The Devils are doing the unthinkable right now. Next man up came knocking on their door. They answered with a hug and food already on the table. Wanted to make it special. Welcome in to Devils Digest. Feel free to hit subscribe. Devils, only team in the NHL right now with a top 5 power play and penalty kill. Power play just over 27%, penalty kill right around 82. Look, when you're top 5 in something, obviously it's good. Obviously it helps you win. It puts the advantages in your favor. When you're top 5 in both, then you go into the elite status. You can be arguably the best special teams in the league. Now, the Devils obviously have a good special teams. What makes it so impressive is the circumstance that they are in. You know, most teams, when you lose your number one power play guy, you lose your number one defenseman on the power play, you lose your number one defensive defenseman on your penalty kill. When those things come about, it's very easy to see things go bad quick and kind of get that narrative that, you know, maybe we're not the same team with these guys in the lineup. Devils have said, no, we're still very good without them in the special teams category. 27.8% on the power play. Since Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton have gone down, they're just around 29% on the power play. 14-game sample size. Now, I count that game in Dallas because Dougie Hamilton only played a little bit of that first period. But in the 14 games that those two have not been there, they've been still a top power play. They've stayed inside of the top 5. And we know playoff time, because it's coming up. Magic number is 8 right now. We know how important your special teams come into play. A special teams can be the difference in a series. Go ask the New York Rangers. You got to be a little bit better 5-on-5, but their power play penalty kill was very good last season. It took them a long way. New Jersey maybe has some things that aren't working the best. Special teams, not a problem. Having something down where you're at lead at going into the playoffs, definitely something to look into, to maybe make you feel a little bit better about their chances. Because it's looking like a Carolina series right now. Carolina, very stiff defensive team. Playoffs, 5-on-5, a little bit harder to score 5-on-5. You're going to need a top power play and penalty kill. And the Devils have both. I mean, go ahead, look at the penalty kill. 82%. Again, look at the Hurricanes. 84%. Top penalty kill. Devils have a top penalty kill too. Devils have a top power play as well. So, I mean, when you look at these type of things and you go the stuff that's happening to them with the injuries and, new coaching, this is a very good place for the Devils to be. Heading into the playoffs, having a top 5 power play and penalty kill. They're top 5 in both. Only team in the league top 5 in both. Now, I want to get a little bit more of a shout out to a certain person. Sheldon Keefe. Look, when a new coach comes in, it can go one of two ways. It can go really, really good. It can go really, really bad. I mean, we saw it last year with Pascal Vincent in Columbus. You could have called his job back in January. Players wanted out. Nobody was developing. Team wasn't very good. You could have called that job back in January. Didn't work out maybe in Chicago as well. Now, with the Devils, bringing in Sheldon Keefe, so far, they've completely bought in. I mean, we never saw, Jack Hughes or Jesper Bratt playing on the penalty kill. That wasn't a role that they were used to playing. They've came in and they've been a top 5 penalty kill in the NHL. Now I know, they don't have Jack Hughes right now, so still point stands. Top 5 penalty kill in the NHL when you have players playing roles that maybe they're not accustomed to. Not so much used to playing, power play and penalty kill. With Sheldon Keefe, everyone's going to play everything. We're going to all buy in. We're going to win these games as a team. Everyone's all situation. Now, there are players who are better in certain situations, and Sheldon Keefe has understood that. That's why they have a top 5 power play, top 5 penalty kill in the NHL. He's understood that part. But he's also understood that, nobody here is special. You're going to play on, the special teams as well. You're going to play penalty kill. And we've figured out this year, Jack Hughes is pretty lethal on the penalty kill. So is Jesper Bratt. So when you get a coach coming in and you get players to buy into him, that's where it goes right. I mean, I never thought Lindy Ruff was the problem, but obviously right now in Buffalo, it's probably his first and last year. If you don't count back when he, coached years ago for Buffalo, I guess technically not his first year, but more than likely than not, his last season in Buffalo. Reunion didn't work out. Didn't think he was a problem in New Jersey, but doesn't work out in Buffalo. Sheldon Keefe, bunch of good years in Toronto, maybe wanted to get past the first round a couple more times, comes over to New Jersey. It's a straight-in buy-in. Everyone's bought into this team. Everyone's bought into winning the game. Everyone's bought into every single situation. You didn't really know how it was going to work out. Playing players who weren't used to playing these roles have come in, played the roles, and have actually been extremely, extremely effective. Personally and for the team. So when you look at that, very good job by Sheldon Keefe. It has worked year one. Another player, year one, Seamus Casey, did get called out today. I just want to mention it real quick. Because you look at the power play, and you look at, you're looking at that second defenseman who can run that second unit. I think that's probably why they call Seamus Casey up. I think probably Simone Nemec, more likely than not, coming into the lineup. They're going to give Seamus Casey another shot. And, offensively, so far, Seamus Casey has provided more. The Devils are a little thin on offense on the defensive side. You need a second power play defenseman. Now, Dougie Hamilton was skating, but how close is he to a return? Hopefully, he's in round 1. But if he's not, you have that player to kind of take that role. Because right now, I don't think you have anyone offensively, for a defensive spot on that second power play. Seamus Casey looked good early on. Gonna make mistakes. We understand that. We know that. We know what we're buying into. We're buying into a player with upside. A young defenseman, gonna make mistakes, but is gonna give you upside, gonna be better offensively, better in the transitional game than some of the defensemen they have in the lineup right now. So, Seamus Casey up with the team. I assume large part of it will be to play that second power play and make the Devils a little bit more dangerous in the transitional game. Because he's a good player. Right now, Seamus Casey's a good player. But, you have to figure out the whole entire game. And I wouldn't say that he's, behind in development. If anything, he's way above development. But a player has to learn. Player has to learn things he can get away with, things he can't. Defensive coverage. So, Seamus Casey gonna come in, probably try and help this top 5 power play unit. But you look at the circumstances, and the Devils staying top 5. Didn't Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton, obviously better than some of the players on the power play and penalty kill. But from overall team success, not too much different. Not too much different at all. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about power play, penalty kill. What maybe combinations you like to see if there's a player you think who's playing well in the lineup, but maybe not getting the type of time on the power play, penalty kill. But we see Sheldon Keefe likes to put everyone out there. So let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully you guys hit subscribe. I'll see you guys real soon.